Hello and welcome traders at this Bitcoin technical analysis video. In today's video we'll go over the major drop we had on Bitcoin, massive price action over here, why it happened, why we stopped here, technical reasons. We will have a look on my trading since Friday, so Friday, weekend and Monday, because today nothing much happened, and we will have a look what we can expect from Bitcoin from this point. What are the scenarios to the upside and to the upside and to the downside. Also, I was not producing any video content for 20 days, but I'm active in our group, so if you don't see me publicly active, of course I care mainly for the group and I'm actively trading. I had no holiday for 20 days, not for 20 days. I had no holiday since beginning of the years, so my holiday is starting soon for 7 days, so it's also very hot here. It's like 35 degrees almost every day, and yeah, it was a bit chill for me, a bit enjoying of the summer. But yeah, it's time to resume content and educate you on the Bitcoin, so you can be much better traders. Also, I'm leaving on a holiday, and then after holiday I will resume the content. I think maybe I will release one more video on Thursday this week, so we will see how it goes. If there will be an interesting price action, I was trading, because I will be going over a lot in this video. So let's start with this major drop here. There is one single. I was doing multiple posts in the group, but you can see I had one. I'll be going over a lot of my posts in this video, so you can see. I was watching here. You can stop this and watch this. Bitcoin was this price point. We were watching if we get what possible pullback we can get on based on symmetry, and I was warning here, if we lose 28,500, it will open road to repeat deeper pullback based on symmetry, which give us targets at 26,500. So we better hold it for swing failure pattern. So you see, once we broke 28,400, my bias become bearish. I was happily holding my actually I had 40% remaining short here. So when we started the big drop, I actually booked profits in a week, yes, and I was getting long also, because this was massively exhaustive. Yeah, like all parameters are screaming at us, buy this, just buy this, because open interest was literally wiped out, 2 billion was gone, yeah, and so on. So those are like events which are repeating like every few months, and you better be around, because we had like 14% bounce. But yeah, we will go over that. So 28,500 lost. Biased open to 26,500. You know, I even had a limit at 26,500, but my stop loss was hit in a minute for 1% loss. So that was very, very fast stop loss. But that's perfectly fine. You know, 26,500 was really strong region. But these liquidations which happened on inverse pairs, they dragged Bitcoin so heavily. Like, you know, spot markets didn't even had such a week. They actually stopped. They didn't take out that low here. So spot markets still have the low at 24,800 is untouched. Pretty crazy, right? So why I was expecting when we lose 28,500 and we go deeper is basic knowledge of trading. You can see this was the massive pump over here. Yes. Do you see any support here? Yeah. We are building range at the top of the, you know, after the impulse. So you have no volume to actually save you here when market starts tanking. Yeah, you have the longs trapped from higher closing. You have the greedy longs who are holding so many weeks with expectations higher from this pump also closing, and you have traders who know what is happening and they are aggressively shorting. So you had three forces pushing you down here on the you know, on the marketplace. So this such a big move down was not a surprise. Yeah. And we should really have a look why we actually stopped there. If you are getting high time frame view, what you also need to do is to go to 4-hour time frame. You can't be zoomed in on 5-minute or 50-minute time frame. You need to zoom out and see what's going on, what's going to happen. Your long, by the way, here, as we are starting pushing, no matter the technical reasons in the week, you've created a swing failure pattern of these lows here. You didn't stop at this low, which was super important, but you did swing failure pattern from this small rocker previous range. So how I actually got in was also the, this was for me the swing failure pattern of this low trade. So tight stop loss around 1% and 14% bounce. So actually I made a lot more money on the bounce up than onto the downside. Yes, because it was like 40% position here, and the long was over 3x leverage. So the long was crazy. That was like biggest winning trade for me in the August, right? Okay, so yes, this was the one of the main reasons. By the way, we are watching Bybit inverse pair, but on the tether pair you have different wick. It's a bit more shallow, and on spot markets you even didn't take out the lows, as we said, so it's a bit different. But I'm trading the inverse pair, so I'm charting here, and because it's still super well respected. So let's have a look at market structures. This is the first thing you are watching when you are getting high time frame impulsive move. You look at here. So you haven't stopped at this one. This one is very critical, but we did stop at the another one, and you see it was very strong in the past. Yes, massive upside. When you are doing the liquidation wicks, a lot of time we just we ignore a lot of stuff, but in the end you will stop at the technical reasons as well. On the spot market, you actually stopped here at this market structure, right? It's going to be maybe a bit confusing, this video, because I'll be mentioning spot market, but we've created such a huge discrepancies, between spot market and the leverage and futures, that I had to mention it, right? Look at here, 1 hour time frame. Our lows were at 25,171. When you look at the chart, this is telling you the Bybit. Actually, the Bybit liquidity and Bybit traders got dragged the most. They had the largest wick, they had largest open interest decrease, and so on. So yeah, it was showing you, and it is also telling you the Bybit traders were positioned the most wrong from all of the traders, because their wick was larger. So that's direct result. So you see, probably many Bybit traders are not good, especially like retail here. So when we turn on dailies, you can see this is very strong area from market structure point of view and from naked closes, and you see we had like 3 market structure dailies here. So that's why we stopped here on other exchanges. Yeah, but this tether pair overwicked. Yeah, but the main exchanges stopped over here, so very well respected. Now let's have a look here. Oh yeah, I've deleted. We had some naked vals, and I will be showing you that from the group. One important thing I want to show you is the order block. So let's have a look here. We need to go to 1 month time frame and zoom a bit so you understand. You need to do statistics on order blocks so you can trust them. Not all of them are working so well, but some of them have very high win rate. You see Bitcoin was in the 9-month range here, and this was the final order block, which was formed before we left the 9-month range. So, and now, as we will be retesting this order block, we view it same as 1 minute chart. It's same thing. As you will be retesting this order block, large traders will have resting orders in this order block. And now when we zoom in on 4-hour time frame, and we turn on order blocks, you can see what happened. So on a large time frame, you see market started to pay attention to that big monthly order block. First retest, big bounce for 6%, another bounce, but this time we actually found the bottom. You are slowly eating the body of the order block as you are pushing. Yeah, so right now the body is like that, and right now we went into the another retest, front running the midline of this order block, and now this stopped us as well over here. I'll be keeping it as this one for now. So monthly order blocks also helped us support, and we've got also extension target from top for our time frame. So you see we have the main high here, main low created over here. Now we've got the push to the upside, the pullback, and after the pullback, as soon as you break this low here, you are getting targets to the downside. The 161, of course, we are watching 1-to-1 extension. We haven't stopped. 161 sliced over, and now we have 2-to-1 extension based on this market structure, trend FIPS extensions, and the target was hit actually $30. So you see, this pair had much larger wick, but it's still super technical. Bitcoin is one of the most technical assets in the world. It's $30. Look at that. I can zoom in. Yeah, just crazy magic. So you see, I already showed the multiple reasons, and of course we've got the order books were different. We filled a lot of orders on the way to the downside. Order books main interest was also starting here. So yeah, you've got a lot of reasons to bounce. Look at the volume. Yeah, you literally killed everyone. If you go to the open interest also, and now you are zooming in, so you see since the range, you can even watch from here. Let's go to 2-hour time frame. The main thing you watch is always stable coins because they have much larger volume. So you see people were already positioned from this place here. This is why it's important when open interest is wiping out, especially from this region, because people are positioned already from 25k. Me and the group, we are longing heavily in this from this spot from 24,800 to 25k. We made a lot of money on this move up, but a lot of people, again, they got greedy. You see open interest is rising. Now a lot of people are entering at the top of the range. Look here, also massive longs here. Look at these longs before the move. Market got so much fuel, before we went to the downside, and now open interest wipe out. Huge positions were closed. Many traders liquidated, stopped out. But where the open interest stop? It actually returned back to the equilibrium point when we were around these regions. Okay, you see when you compare this. So this is beautiful symmetry. It is telling you most people from these regions and from the pump and positions from this range are now wiped out. And after that, you're looking for trades. So yeah, we've got this massive bounce. So you see also from open interest point of view, just beautiful. And then we've got the longs, and there was a lot of price action. I will not go over this. It's all in the group how I was managing trades in this range. After the drop, we are mainly focusing on trading this range here. Let's go to small time frame. Maybe I can show you right now how I was trading from Friday, and then we will have a look more on technical analysis side of the Bitcoin. Maybe one thing I will go over that a bit later. So let's have a look. Bitcoin TA chat. We will go a bit higher. We will go over here a bit higher. Let me know. (25th of August). That's Friday. Yes. We can go from here, and then we will have a look what we can expect next from the Bitcoin. So this was the Friday. Bitcoin was slowly grinding down. I mean, this is, if you understand open interest and if you understand the delta templates we use on aggregate, you can easily identify the trap traders. Actually, Bitcoin that day didn't even have power to reach this region, so we could actually take that short. We were taking a bit sooner, but this is also another region. It's still gonna be in the future region of resistance. And you see my thought process behind this. We trapped a lot of traders here. They were trading especially from perpetuals while spot was dumping on them. So very clean region. From this template you can easily identify what's gonna happen. I will go a bit lower because I want to focus on Friday, and this was also the risk of day. Friday was very volatile day because we had Powell speaking on Jackson Hole. So market was going up and down. you trade Bitcoin, but in the end you trade stock market. That's why you watch this template. Yeah, 90%, over 90% correlation. Bitcoin very rarely do its own moves. It's always followed by these flows, especially in the current environment. So I will be starting from this point here. We can see the Friday was going to the end. We started to see massive spoofs on the market. Let's go here. This was the end of the day. Market started to go in. We started to see massive spoofs from here, and we didn't know if they are spoofing orders or real orders. But as soon as market go down, and I was seeing in Exocharts that they are getting filled and they are real, I was actually taking, because I was taking a long here, I was adding to my position fully here, stop loss behind the low, because I don't want to, I need slight stop loss behind 25,750 because we have massive liquidity on the way to the downside. But these walls, you would need massive and heavy volume to actually breach and fill them. So this was good trade. It was not exhaustive trade. We ITG in the group and Bram as well. Those are the most high probability winning trades you can get. But yeah, still nice entry because I got protection from these spoofs, and they actually scared market to the upside. I was literally saying it's possible these spoofs will stabilize us and they will give us the weekend range, and that's what happened. So that was my Friday trade. It's like late long Friday. I was saying we are getting filled, and it's not only spoofs but limits with intention. We will see if they fortificate range into the weekend or we get liquidity grab into them. So those were only two scenarios I was watching. So on Monday we were opening, super easy. We were building liquidity over the weekend. As most of the weekend, the retail traders are entering. We had liquidity to the upside, liquidity to the downside. Market decides to go for the liquidity to the downside first. This was the first trade of the week for me. Full liquidity grab was done, just weak at the end of liquidations. And I was longing, so that was the first trade of the week. Pretty easy. Let's go further down. We still had, even as market was pushing, we still had a lot of heavy longs trapped above us. Yeah. Especially I was posting it a bit later. Over here. A bit lower. Market was now pushing up with the stock market, and we reclaimed. Let me go over here. This was very key sentence on on Monday. I said Bitcoin needs to reclaim daily open today to push higher, as it will start directing weekend shorts too and cascade us into 26,200. So this was the sentence here, and you can see when I posted the sentence. Those are like small things, but they can affect bias of our traders in the group. But they can know what to expect. So you see, we've got the push from the weekend liquidity. This was the liquidity grab here. This was another push we were taking, and after the push, the loss was not taken, and you see we started to change market structure slowly. And I was warning here, if we start pushing, reclaim the open, because we've got a lot of longs trapped, and once you reclaim the open, the pressure from these trapped longs is negated. But you are, if you go to this post here, we need to go a bit down. Yes, over here. I was following up. So you see the weekend, we've got especially from perpetuals, the delta was clearly in the downtrend. A lot of heavy greedy shorts. So once the open was reclaimed, it was very obvious for me. It's very easy for the market to push up. Look at those highs, yeah, high here, so close together. So these people who are shorting, their stop losses will be very easy to cascade into each other in the marketplace. So that was done, here, and 26,000 target was reached. I literally had that on my chart. Look here, trades. We need to zoom in. target. Yeah, because you've completed mission. You've wrecked these local shorts, and there was probably not much power to push us further. We continue to focus on trading this range here. When you open this is our main range, and we continue to focus on trading on this 26,000. By the way, we are building very big high volume node here. It's already 2 weeks high volume node. Whatever direction we push to the downside or to the upside, 26,000 is going to be important in the future, because we are creating so much volume here. So bear that in mind. So you see we've got the push, but in the end we return back to the range. So we've got also the short. We are, until we break clearly out of this range, I'm just trading this range. Many people are getting excited at the top of the range, at the bottom of the range. They think it's going to be breakdown. They are feeding the liquidity. They are losing, For me, the most profitable trading is always the range. Once we get impulsive moves, it's also profitable, but, I can make more sustainable money in this. So I like it, Let's have a look on. So I went over a bit of my trading since Friday. It was pretty easy. You see all my trades here. The major trades I was taking. Let's go to 30-minute time frame. These 3 trades, they are discussed in a group. This one was the best one probably, because we were adding to this was the core long, and we were adding to the core long as well after it got like 70% take profit. So it raised my entry, but it's perfectly fine. This was a great pullback here. Very exhaustive. You stopped so many people out. We were really ready here. But yeah, you need to be in the group so you can go over this setup. I'm not going to don't want to repeat everything. And you see from this point, this is my core day trade short. So in market, right now I got similar take profits on short and on long. So if market continues to the downside, I have exposure. If market continues to the upside, I have exposure. One of the trades will be stopped out, but I'm still in the market, and then I can react to it. Yeah. So it's a bit hedge. Sometimes hedging is very, very good. Even if you trade this more longer range, you can have another account where you are in hedge and you wait for the directional moves. So this is the best approach. And then you can be wrong. You can't be wrong. Literally, you can't be wrong with that approach. Now let's have a look on Bitcoin from a lot of technical analysis I'm using. Of course, this is just technical analysis. You still need to use multiple tools, so you've got the full assessment of Bitcoin, but I'll be showing you now technical analysis. So you see market structures. These are more local ones to medium time frame. Super good respect. Each time we approach key market structure, I'm looking for mechanical take profit target, not greedy, and I'm looking for opposite. So if you arrive to this market structure, I'm definitely not going long here. I'm looking for shorts. Yes, the short we had, I was showing you just a minute before. And right now we are in this small range, this 11-day range. And within it, you have the market structure. So the market structure areas that's why it's number one priority for you to learn, because you can literally predict where you get the range out of them. They are giving you the range. So this one is serving as take profit area for the longs, and also we are looking for shorts in it. And the more this is like very, very fresh born market structure, so it's now supporting us the bottom of the range. And you see even below us we still have this one was naked, and this one was like medium time frame. So yes, market heavily supported. From high volume and low volume node perspective, we can see we are building 2 weeks high volume node here, nothing special. And you can see on our top, this was a confluence for my short here. When we go to 1 hour time frame, now Bitcoin, did full pullback back to this range here. When we turn on this range, you can see it over here. PA ranges, this one. So you see we had 1 month range here, and Bitcoin just came to friendly visit back to this range, and we are respecting that range. Look at here. Perfect respect. And high volume node, even as you sliced over this on liquidations, Bitcoin, after you've got such a massive liquidation event, Bitcoin pays attention back to the technical analysis and volume, and you see this is resistance. And also now it's still key resistance for us, 26,760. to 26,900. This is still key resistance. We can actually do one more swing failure pattern here. If you reclaim this region and you reclaim the market structure, if you reclaim this region, you will open road higher to start filling the low volume node here, yes, and start to fill and close inefficiencies, because we have a lot of inefficiencies above us. Look here. We have single prints low volume node together, and we have the massive CME gap. Once we fill the CME gap, we can get easy trade from a session naked point of control Asia. Everything I say in the video is just for education and entertainment. Be aware. Yes, so yes, inefficiencies are waiting, but you see what is preventing us to go higher, yeah? So this is why level by level trading is important. You're getting green lights and red lights. Let's go further with our analysis. Now, anchor VWAPs. We need to watch anchor VWAPs as well. 4-hour time frame. You see Bitcoin really stopped. This week here was also super technical, because we stopped on anchor VWAPs which were born from, you know, this was from FTX collapse. So those were like Genesis anchor VWAPs, which are watching like full pre-bull market era, yeah? So very technical week, but to the upside, you literally need to have alerts. This is one of the most important anchor VWAP more locally, so it's coming to us. You need alert on this, because it's possible we get trade from it, and you will be also looking, if you get strong reaction, you will be taking profit on day trade longs. And the even more important anchor VWAP, which is going to be, you know, is declining. I'm definitely watching this anchor VWAP for the day trade short. So if we get finally in the future, we get the push to the upside to fill inefficiencies and you know, these areas, this anchor VWAP can serve really as good start to look for, to build a good day trade short and another leg down. So this one you also need to watch, currently at 28,700, yeah, somewhere around. Order blocks. So monthly order block, perfectly fine. Weekly order block. So you see we also have the weekly order blocks here, and for our order block, this is area when we push to the and we feel inefficiencies. You look in this area to build some nice day trade shorts, not just scalps. VWAP closes. We have also, this is also another part of inefficiency. That's why in the end we will very likely fill the inefficiencies. These VWAP closes will be closed. FIPS. This is much better golden zone here, because this one is a bit middle of the nowhere. So be aware of that. And to the downside, we still have the golden zone, which I will be adding to the chart probably a bit later. Local levels for our time frame. These are local ones, so we don't need to watch them. From daily, we went over dailies before. Weekly. You know, once you start trading and closing below this weekly here, it's gonna be more bearish for the Bitcoin, bearish bias. You can start building another range here between 24,230 and this market structure weekly. So watch for that as well. This is what's going to be important this week. Monthly time frame. We lost this important monthly, but we are still holding these monthlies. We are yet to retest them on other exchanges, so be aware of that. Let's go back to 1 hour time frame. We can turn off our volume extension. We don't have many naked point of controls to the downside, but we have decent one to the upside. That's where you will be looking for nice trades. You see how congested we are this week? That's crazy, you know. The volatility is at, it's like lowest at the 5 years. Yeah, so that's pretty sad. Key market structure levels. So these are not market structure zones, which are pretty wide, but these are the precise levels, which were you can trade literally almost to the dollar. And you can see what happened. You know, this is 26,635 is for me one of the main levels to stay above, so I can actually have a more bullish bias, and we can have a fill of the inefficiencies. You see it's already resisting us, Why it's so important? Well, you should really know that level from my previous videos. This was the high volume high we've created once we left the 9-month range, and such a high is always important. So it's becoming very well respected from the market. You see how many times we respected it, yeah? And as soon as we started trading below, you know, market was going further down. After reclaim and very strong reclaim, market was pushing. So it's the line in the sand for the bullish and bearish bias in my eyes, right? So right now this retest is not good. we need to reclaim that so we can push further. And you see how it aligns with other zones you need to reclaim. Bitcoin makes sense, you know, if you know good technical analysis, you will not be surprised from anything Bitcoin does. Nothing, everything is clear. Now we also need to have a look from medium time frame or on the AMT so we can see. So you see another reason. This was, by the way, point of control. So not only high volume node, but point of control was also almost touched from this 1-month range here. Right now Bitcoin is spending time. So more locally we need to reclaim this region for more upside, but also I want to see at least something like this. Yes, something like this. Push up. Retest the previous range market structure and VAH, and then push higher. I want to see that. Why? Because this is the double AMT reason we are watching. We have the val of the 1-month range here. So market will tell you, okay, I'm accepting back into the 1-month range. And not only val of that range, we also have the val of the massive range. This is the 3-month range, yeah, from 17th of March to 18th of August. This is our, because we can still, if you zoom out, we can still be in such a range all this summer and for the rest of the year. Why not? Yeah, look here. This is the key range you are watching. So to be a bit bullish, I definitely want to see us trading about 26,300 and stay above, not do just Burj Khalifa skyscraper and move down. So yeah, very important to reclaim on very, very small time frame, more locally, and then this region for the more moves to the upside. Simple. And you see there is a lot of hurdles waiting for the Bitcoin. This is inefficiency, but this is also 5-month range. So yeah, will be interesting to watch if we start to range here and yeah, slow down. And this is the strongest region. We have so much confluence here. So if you see in the future massive move to the upside, 29,000, start of the 29,000, 29,400 is your main region to, you know, to get some nice shorts. Liquidity wise, we are running liquidity in the local range all the time. This will be updated. You see how we run this one. This is perfectly fine. Now this is interesting note. I'm keeping this on my chart. This liquidity has been run on Bybit, but not on Binance. So even when we go over this week, you will be watching that. It's very simple. Why? Maybe I can show you now swing trade section so you see how it makes sense. And this is going to be last thing I'll show you in the video because I don't want to be this video too long. So you see in our group, we have the Hero supplemental section where I also post goodies on on-chain. You can stop video and read, but also from swing trade perspective, everybody in the world is covering scalps and day trades. That's what our group do. But I also cover swing trades. You remember my last swing trade? It gave 27% down move. So when you are trading, you not only need to understand where potentially we can stop and get day trades, but also the swing trades, multi-week trades. You see what I was doing a pretty large post. You can actually stop this and read, but we will be now focusing on this liquidity here. So you see, when spot market is potentially taking out 24,800 lows, and we don't stop there, what you will be focusing on? Look at Binance. Binance didn't take out the major liquidity here. So this is going to be below 24,800. This is going to be main target, and because Bybit already did the week over this, but not Binance, so there is still massive pain to the downside. Once this is run, we can then look what is our really big support below us, right? And I already outlined the scenario where are the big supports to the downside. So my massive swing trade area is starting from 23,350. This is the VAG of the 9-month range. We've left, you know, the range after we started forming after FTX. So very important VAG. You don't want to see acceptance into it. I definitely think bulls will be fighting to not get acceptance into it. And more locally, more medium time frame, we have the 20, you know, the merged POC. This is 3-month merged POC. It's naked one, and it's also high volume node from this range. So if you know, you can actually take out the buy bid week here. This is also like very far away, right? I think it's more likely we will do spot market swing failure pattern if we go for 24,800 based on how order books are positioned. There is a lot of limits there. But if we don't do it, of course, you just need to be ready below us. So this is the first section where you will be looking for trades, and another section is the 22,100 to 21,800. It's the val of the range here, and it's also the another VAG of more local pool. This is like how long is this? 13th of June. Yeah, few month. This is few month range. VAG is more like precise. So this whole area for me is this swing area to the upside. You will be starting trades here as day trades, but you will know in your mind if you start changing market structure, reclaiming levels, you will be looking for big swing trade, which can take a few weeks and it can give you like, you know, 20-30% move to the upside. So yes, you need to be ready to the downside as well if Bitcoin continues like heavily down. So that's why I'm keeping this liquidity over here in case we go lower, because I want to know Binance this was finally washed properly and the liquidity was taken. Of course, we had massive open interest decline, but this is still valid. Still more pain here for the people. Okay, so I showed you multiple scenarios. One more thing I can show you. Why we also bounced. So remember, in our Exochart course, I'm teaching you how to map trap trader areas directly from Exocharts. Forget about this week. Let me show you where Binance stopped. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. Let's do this. Let's do it like this. So we stopped at 24,584. Yeah, I will be marking it at this level here, so you can see and understand why you need to learn this 24,584. Long video. 24,584. Okay, now let's do this very tick. So this was the low on the Binance, and the Binance is most important as it's doing 25% of the global volume. So this is the final reason why we stopped there on Binance. You see, when we zoom here, we had 7,000 Bitcoin open interest increase from shorts here. So all the interest, all the open interest which was building in this little range here, 60% of the open interest was in the shorts. So what is it telling you? It's telling you this area is very interesting to watch because you have so many trap traders, and you can't believe how many people still hold positions even if open interest is declining. Many people hold and they wait until market gets to them. If their account is big enough, they have a lot of time. It's very bad habit. It's very bad habit because it's taking you possibility to trade. But you see why we stopped here. Why we stopped in this, and why we had such a week. In this week, the trap traders were also helping us push. We had 14% rise, and not only from Binance. Look here, also another 5,000 Bitcoins. This was 50-50 open interest, but this was the strongest zone. That's why I marked it with yellow. Yeah, this was the most skewed open interest on the trapped side. So this was another region, and that's why when we went down with this week and we started pushing with heavy volumes, that's why it was also like big leverage long for me, because I knew I have help from the trap shorts as well. That's it from me, guys. I hope you had a lot of gold nuggets in this video. And see you on next one. See you soon, guys. Bye and have a nice day.